Hi, hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about the basic concepts of JavaScript. And this is Sita-Rathnam from AML branch, and now I am currently pursuing my BTech in Vishnu Institute of Technology. Let us know about the basic concepts of JavaScript in this video. Firstly, variables. Variables generally store data for temporary purpose, and it also specifies what type of data we are storing, and we can use data for multiple times. Like example, they act like a containers and we store the values in it. The three main parts of the variables are let, var, constant. Var is the basic way for declaring variables in JavaScript. Variables declared with var are function scope, meaning they are only available within the function in which they are declared. Syntax for var is var, variable name equals to value. Example that I given here is var, and I used variable name as name, and I given the value as Sita. Next, let. Let allows you to declare variables with block scope, which means that they are only accessible within the block of code, means they are only accessible within the braces. They are defined. The name itself tells us that we can change the value of the variable by using let. Example, I given the age as 18 at the starting of the code, and I replaced the age value as 30 from 18. So it gives the output as 30 because I changed the value, and it is only accessible within the block of code, that means within the enclosed braces. After the braces, I used the console statement to print the age 18 to show the difference between the let statements within the block and outside the block. Next, const. Const is used to declare variables whose values should not be reassigned after the initialize set. Example, if we know the value of the variable and we also know that it is constant, and that means it is non-changeable, then we use the const variable to declare a variable name. Example, pi. As we know the value of pi in mathematics is 3.14, we use const variable to declare pi. Const pi equals to 3.14. These are the basic differences of var, let, constant variables based on the features like declaration scope, redeclaration, hosting, best use case, reassignment. Let us know about some of them. Var. As we know that var is function scope, that means it is only defined within the function, and the other two, let and constants, are blocked scope. They can be accessible and defined within the block of the code. Next concept is function. This is the most important concept in JavaScript. Function means it is a fundamental building block where we perform a specific task. Functions can perform tasks, calculate values, and execute a sequence of statements. Syntax. The basic syntax for declaring a function is function name, and the parameters we need, function body. That means the sequence of statements or the sequence of statements that we need to perform a task, we have to declare within the body itself. Let us know about why function is important in JavaScript. The main importance of function is function reusability, code reusability. Using the same function multiple times with different inputs to get different outputs. We use the same function and get multiple outputs by providing multiple inputs, which shows the behavior of reusability of code. Next, modularity. That means simplifying the complex code into a small code or manageable parts to understand easily. And next, easy of debugging, improved readability, make the code more structured and easier to understand. There are 4 different ways to declare a function. The first one is function declaration, which is the basic declaration of a function. This is already I used in the syntax of a function, like function, function name, parameters, and the function body. Same. The named function using function keyword, function name as add, and the parameters a comma b. The function body is written a plus b. That means I used to perform that operation like addition using functions. And next, printing the statements, console.log, add is a function name, 5 and 3 are inputs, and the output is 8. Next, function expression. A function assigned to a variable can be anonymous or named, and this is the example for function expression. Next, third one is arrow function. A cohesive way to write function introduced in AS6. They don't have their own this, which means that they doesn't have inbuilt this in this function. Then this is the example for arrow functions declaration. And next, immediately invoked function expression. It is also known as IIFE. Executed, that means they perform this task immediately after defining the function. This is the example for immediate invoked function expression. Next, the usage of or the meaning of this keyword in functions. This keyword refers to an object that is executing the current function. Its value depends on how the function is called. Example, let me explain the definition of this keyword briefly. That means this keyword actually refers to the object that while a current function is executing. That means that if the current ante ipudu ఏ ఫంక్షన్ అయితే కరెంట్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుందో ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని రిఫర్ చేసేదే దిస్ కీవర్డ్. ఇట్స్ వాల్యూ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ హౌ ద ఫంక్షన్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్. Example, let us know about 2 examples how we use this keyword in regular functions and in object methods. In regular function, in the global text or when called normally, this refers to the global object. This means that when this is called normally in a function, then it generally refers to the global object. Next, in object methods, when a function is called as a method of an object, this refers to the object. Summary of this keyword in functions. It is globally scope, object methods, arrow functions, constructor functions, event handlers. In global scope, it refers to the global object. In object methods, it refers to the object invoked using the method. Arrow function inherits this from its surrounding lexical scope. Constructor functions refers to the instance of the object created. Event handlers refers to the DOM element handling the event. Objects. The third main concept in the JavaScript is object. Objects in JavaScript are fundamental data structures used to represent real-world entities or concepts. They consist of key value pairs, where keys actually mean called properties, and they are unique identifiers like strings or symbols. Next, values. Values can be valid JavaScript data type like numbers, strings, arrays, functions, or even other objects. Think objects as a collection of related data and behavior. That means that object acts as a collection of related data and behavior. Creating object, we have 3 basics to declare or create an object. Using object literals. The most common way to create an object is by using curly braces. This is the basic way to declare an object or create an object. Constant car equals to braces, and I given the brand as Toyota model Corolla, and year, the manufacturing year is 2022. This creates an object car with properties brand, model, year. Within the braces, we define what are the properties that an object can have. Here object is car and the properties are brand, model, year. Next, constructor function. You can use the new object braces constructor. Example code: constant car equals to new object, and defining the properties by using car dot property equals to value. This is the basic syntax for creating object using in constructor function. Next, it is less commonly used because object literals are simpler and more readable, which means that this is somewhat complex to declare the properties of an object when comparatively with object literals. It is the basic and easier way compared to a constructor function. Next, using classes or functions. Classes are blueprints for creating object. Accessing and manipulating object properties. There are three things we manipulate or access the objects, like accessing the properties of an object, adding or updating the properties of an object, and deleting the properties of an object. Next, accessing. First, accessing. Accessing is based on two types: dot notation, bracket notation. And adding or updating the properties is like already adding the property. Like we have given the three properties like name, brand, model, year. But here we are adding the property like color red. This is manipulating by using adding. And this is updating. Updating means already there is something existing. We need to replace or update the existing property. That means we have given the year 2022, but here we updated the value as 2023. Next, deleting the properties. Deleting syntax is delete, and car object name dot property, like what, which means like what property we are going to delete from the object. Next, key features of object. Nested objects, methods. Objects contain other objects, that which means like as you know, like nested queries, subqueries in DBMS. Similarly, we have nested objects in JavaScript. And next, methods. A method is a function stored as a property. Next, importance of modules in JavaScript, in modern JavaScript. This is the basic and important topic in the JavaScript. Like using of modules is very important in JavaScript. We have to know why we use modules in JavaScript. Modules in JavaScript allow developers to organize the code into reusable, maintainable, and isolated pieces. They enable better code structuring, improved readability, and easier debugging. Modules also help avoid naming conflicts by encapsulating functionality and support lazy loading for performance optimization. Like examples why we use modules in JavaScript, like reusability, maintainability, and making modularity, that means isolated pieces, and enables the code into structured way, improved readability, easier debugging, and it avoids naming conflicts. Using ES6 modules. The two things that we use in ES6 modules are export, import. Exporting code. You can export variables, functions, or classes from a file. This is the basic example code for exporting code in a module of ES6. And next, importing code. You can import specific or default exports from another file. Like it is like importing the other exports from, wait, I will say in Telugu. అంటే ఇంకో ఫైల్ నుంచి ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకోవడం అనమాట. స్పెసిఫిక్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ని కానీ డిఫాల్ట్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ని కానీ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకుంటే we use importing code. And this is the basic code. Like we used file.main.js, import multiply, add, subtract from, this is the another file. This is our current file and this is the another file we are exporting. అంటే అదర్ ఫైల్లో ఉండే ప్రాపర్టీస్ కానీ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఇలాంటివన్నీ కరెంట్ ఫైల్లోకి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయడానికి యూస్ చేసేది ఇంపోర్టింగ్ కోడ్. సో దట్ ఇలా యూస్ చేయడం వల్ల వీ need less space, time, complexities for executing the code. The keynotes for modules is using export to share code and import to use it in another files. Export is used to share code, whereas import is used in other files. We use import to use it in other files. Default exports can have any name during the input, while the named export must match exactly. Modules must be served via a web server or use a bundler like Webpack or Parcel, as they don't know work in plain. .html files without type equals to module. And this is the basic concepts in JavaScript, and I will definitely provide the link of this PDF in the description of this video. If you are interested, go check it out and stay tuned to the videos for any other videos or any other things that you are interested to learn. Comment down in comment box so that I will make those videos also. And this is the today's video. Stay tuned for new updates. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.